everybody, and welcome to The Shade. My name is Ashman792, and this is the very first episode of a brand new show I'm starting, which is going to be something like a let's speed paint kind of thing. And every single time, we're going to have somebody really cool who I know and is a good friend of mine come on the show, and we're going to have a fun freaking time just going over whatever the hell we want to. And so joining me, of course, for the very first episode, who else could you bring other than the very well-renowned YouTube animator and all-around good guy, Aerobian-Angel?
Oh, hey, thanks for having me on the show. I'm really glad to be here.
Yeah, you are glad. You know how many people I said all those nice things, but there is a high list of people on my priority. Do you know how many people are wanting to be on this first episode? I had so many auditions and call. You're lucky you got a call back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you appreciated my first take. You know, just coming in, just sort of burping into the microphone and calling it a night.
Well,
I'm glad that the quality standard is high.
Never in my life have I heard a man burp a more solid D sharp than this man. He held that note for a good 10 seconds. I was floored.
People wonder why I don't upload, and they're wondering why I'm always gone. I'm honing my skills.
Oh, is that right?
So I can leave this animation shtick behind and like follow my true calling.
Oh yeah, and your true calling is to become a professional, a belch throat singer.
Yes. I wish to do like recreations, like covers of songs exclusively through burps, and then essentially moving on to creating my own genre. Okay, all right. Well, I remember you made all those interesting Facebook posts when you were up in the Himalayas learning throat singing from the Dalai Lama. And I didn't know where you were going with that, but now I guess you've enlightened me. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you for a sec,
okay,
right?
Okay, all right.
Between you and me, because I know the Dalai Lama doesn't have internet, so he's not gonna like.
Okay, yeah, screw him. It's all right.
Yo, his throat is weak, dude. I went all the way up there, and I thought he would have mastered he would have monster lungs because he's been living up there with such thin amounts of oxygen, right?
Yeah.
Turns out, dude sounds like a mouse. I go up there and I'm like, I'm here to learn your teachings, and
yeah, you got.
And I swear, this guy squeaked at me.
Maybe he wasn't the real Dalai Lama. Maybe you just found the wrong guy. You went up the wrong mystical mountain.
Oh, you're looking for the Dalai Lama? No. He's on the Himalayas. These are the Himalayas.
Oh my God! I feel like you got that from a corny joke book, but I'll allow it. We're gonna get on task now. Okay, you see that? You hear what that noise is?
Oh yeah, we gotta get our note cards together.
No. These are actually extra large note cards. They're actually twice the size of my body, and I'm furiously slamming them down next to this microphone.
It sounds like you have to get more giant pieces of paper, and I'm gonna be really sad because now I can't spend Leif Erikson's Day with you.
No, but Leif Erikson Day was yesterday. It's okay.
I tried to give you an extra chance. What with the time zones and all that?
Well, fortunately, you can't see, but the title card behind this one, it actually says Hinga Dinga Durgan. So I had it for yesterday. I was ready.
So how about we start talking about Sonic?
All right, yeah. Friggin' you divert my attention. On this giant note card, it says one thing, and that thing is Sonic Mega Drive.
Let's talk about Sonic Mega Drive.
Which is great. If y'all haven't heard of it, it's actually one of the coolest things to come out of the Sonic the Hedgehog community lately. And since we're both artists, I figured that'd be something fun to just kind of talk about. And especially for this guy, freaking art student, going far. I just can't wait to see this guy's name scroll past in some feature film in the future. But basically, Sonic Mega Drive, which has awesome art done by a guy named Tyson Hess. He's cool. He may have heard of him. He's also a graduate from the school that Aero goes to. But yeah. I think my favorite thing about Sonic Mega Drive, and I want to know your opinion. What do you think about? Actually, out of all of the levels, you don't need to know them by name. Which one is your favorite? Because they've gone all over the place on a new kind of there's South Island, and now this one's I think on East Island or something cool like that.
Okay.
There were so many. The levels are so cool. I think it's so original feeling.
I think the one that like I was most intrigued to see, because I was like surprised that I don't see that more often in like Sonic, or rather, I haven't really seen it before in Sonic.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but that flower bed place where they found Amy.
Yes. It had like kind of. I don't want to say piranha plants because that's like, I don't know. That's such an umbrella term for all kind of like. But they were carnivorous plants, and there was also a robot themed like that, which was really fun to see with Robotnik controlling all that jazz.
And it's just like one thing that like Mega Drive has going for it, and I think just like is something that's really important from like a design standpoint. If you're gonna like revisit certain motifs, like if you think about it, the floral fauna zone or whatever that was called, that's just like another nature with the green nature zone, right?
Yeah.
But like its color palette was so much different, and that went like a long way from making sure that it wasn't just Green Hill Zone with more flowers. You know?
Right. And that's the thing, because like I don't think that people always trash on like, oh, there's the fire level, there's the grass level, and there's the water level. And while that is true, that those levels are seen a lot and all that kind of stuff, I think that Sonic has never been afraid to choose level designs that are themed around, different kinds of, stereotypical places in the world, or kind of, video game tropes and stuff like that. They're inherent to the genre. But Sonic always has such an interesting, unique level design feel, because it's like, it always has like gimmicks and quirks and more than just like, if you're going to have a lava level, it's got to have some fun kind of ruins or something like that. And like Next Level, which was the next one, it had a very like, there was an ancient city built inside of like the lava and that kind of thing. And that felt really cool because it was busy. It felt like there was story to it. And in the old Genesis games, I mean, like in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like your favorite game, like,
dude.
Yeah, like look at Hydrosity level. It was the de facto water level for that game, and like every Sonic level has that. But Hydrosity was awesome because it had the chutes of water, and it had again like kind of that old Sonic's world had history to it kind of feel.
Yeah, it's like it's weird because like you had like this entire like this subterranean. I don't want to say like city. It wasn't necessarily a city, but like this subterranean like well, I guess city-wide altar of sorts. It was something very like regal and just like regal, royal, and very. What's a good word for it? Like
you mean like it was tribal, or it had
like something that's like exalted to like a really high standard.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and
like there was.
So
I feel like Sonic never needed to like have a real, like, you could probably totally go in and like extrapolate, like you could have written a whole story of like why the Green Hill Zone looks like this, or
why there are tikis there,
right? Yeah, why there are tikis there, or who built, I don't know, like the structures you saw on like Marble Zone and stuff like that, what ancient civilization did all that. But you didn't have to. Like, storytelling through game design is one of the cool things that everybody talks about, or if you haven't heard about it, it's worth mentioning, because Sonic, the classic ones, were all about storytelling through level design. Like, it's so cool.
Bringing that back to Mega Drive. Like,
yeah.
I think they do a good job at just they don't really like expand on it in any palpable way, but they do a nice job of just like slipping the story in that vein. You know? Where it feels like I could see that as a stage in a game, and I wouldn't bat an eye.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm really looking forward. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do more with that. Like, I don't know, the colors, like you said, are really cool, but also with the next issue that's coming out, what's the final one called? Isn't it like Overdrive or something fun like that?
I think it's called Overdrive.
Yeah, cool. I'm excited. It's probably going to be more like the more metal kind of themed levels. Like, I don't know, like this picture right here is of Metropolis Zone, which is one of my favorite levels. Also, random tidbit, I want to throw this in because it's super fun. Have you seen the new Sonic levels for the Lego Dimensions game?
Actually, I'm being very, very particular about like Lego Dimensions.
Are you gonna get it?
In Lego Dimensions, like, I'm considering maybe getting it. It's like I just don't. Because I'm considering it,
yes.
Right? I don't want to like spoil anything. And Twitter is a nightmare to be on right now, because like everybody and their mom is gushing at like references like left, right, and sideways in the up and down and all around that's going around and be like, oh wow, geez, this is like the biggest love letter to Sonic, and like I'm a little skeptical because like some people right
yeah
they'll be like, yo, best Sonic game in years, and like I'm sitting here like, yo, hold up.
y'all need to calm down now.
Yeah, I'm not here to be like the wet sponge of the group or anything, because I could get down with references after all. I mean, Generations quote unquote story was kind of just references, right?
It was references, but like seriously, as somebody who I haven't played it, but I've watched all the cutscenes and all the I watched somebody play through the entire storyline, and while it's only about like if you're better than the guy who I was watching, you can probably do it in an hour or 45 minutes even, but it is so crammed full of way better references than Generations, in my opinion. It was fun. It feels like a Sonic game, actually. The gameplay, I don't know if it feels like a Sonic game. It actually kind of looked a little. It's a really.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
it's another Lego game.
When somebody says the best Sonic game,
no, it's not a real Sonic game.
I'm showing up and be like, hold up. I could be fine with the best like Sonic title blank this all cutscenes HD.
Right.
Like the movie upload on YouTube by the real Sonic fan, right?
No, it's got a great story. Like that's the strength of it all. It's got a great story. Yeah. It encompasses a lot of the Sonic, the universe and motifs and all that fun stuff. It also though has levels based off of it had one level based off of Metropolis Zone, which was kind of fun. Like it does ride Generations' style a lot. Like the Green Hill Zone is the same as Generations basically. But they do reimagine some of the zones that Green Hill Zone didn't get to, and they were old levels too. It was really funny to watch them go into Labyrinth Zone again. They had Marble Zone remade, and they also had Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2. It looked like everything was Sonic 1, but Sonic 2 got a little shine for Metropolis Zone, and it was rad because it was a big like 3D rotatable level. I won't spoil that much. I won't spoil. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I know it was on the lips. Your lips like don't say no more.
I'm sitting here, like. Ash,
I just told you. Oh no, I'm a bad friend. I just told you like half the levels.
I'm about to not buy this game.
No. Well, I don't know.
You just cost like what do they call it? Like it's not Telltale Games. Traveler's Tales. You just cost them like $90.
Oh man. Well, no. Is Traveler's Tales the dudes that did the Legos Dimension game? Wow.
Yeah, same guys who actually made Sonic R.
Man. That's funny. I remember playing Traveler's Tales games way back in they were the first like 3D PC games.
Can we talk about just briefly before we eventually bring
this back because I also kind of want to talk about some of that. Go ahead.
Just like okay, this has almost next to nothing to do with what we've just been talking about. Aside Traveler's Tales, dude. Why'd they downgrade their logo?
No! Oh my god! Is it not the little like weasel that like climbs?
It's not the weasel anymore. It's a capital T and a lowercase t.
No, put that on the screen. Put up on the screen what it is now, and then put it up what it was before.
Do you see that? Do you see that?
Look at him.
Gross. That's like 90s 3D. That's like some like Windows PowerPoint 3D right there.
You know that it was like all like individual pixels that they had to like animate for that whole thing. It was so cool. I love that. In fact, I wanted that to be a game. I had like A Bug's Life, the game, when I was a kid, and it was fun. And like I don't know, ants threw berries at each other. It was a good time. But that weasel, I knew that if I saw that game, I was gonna get something nice. But I don't know. It's cool to know that they're still here. Not many games survived from like when we were kids. Game companies survived for to up until now.
But a huge rest in peace to THQ.
Nah, yeah, seriously though. So many THQ games. But like, yeah, I'm glad. Lego's Dimension though, it is a good game. Like from what I've noticed, and I saw the menu screen where you could like choose the different adventures, and I don't know how many of them are DLC and how many of them come with the game.
I think like
probably a lot of DLC.
5 to 7, right?
Yeah, and a lot of them require you to like go out and I don't know. Do you have to buy like the toy at the store that like links up with the Wii U or whatever the thing is that you have?
Well, let's say you buy the game, right?
Yeah.
Have like 5 to 7 campaigns, but then like with the DLC waves that came out, you have to go and buy like the $30 set of like the figurine and and like their gimmicks that they come with. But then like you tap the figurine on your Wii U gamepad and you unlock the campaign for that figurine. So it's like you get all this stuff and additional story and gameplay content for $30.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I can understand most people's like qualms with it because they're like, yo, but like I don't want a figurine. I don't want a car to put that figurine into, and I don't want a loop-de-loop to like try to like run it through. I just want the content for the game, right?
Right.
It's sort of like it's bundle or no deal.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think it's gonna be
probably, that's probably like Lego Dimension's like biggest obstacle. Otherwise, I think they probably just like take the whole like amiibo scene by storm.
Right.
Because I mean, for example, with Smash, oh hey, you could have another Mario, right? But like, what if instead, taking the Lego Dimensions route, you tap Sonic on Smash, right?
Right.
And then like Sonic's got like his own like custom adventure mode.
Yeah, I think that there's way more utility. Like buying those toys, actually, it's a whole nother game. Like it's really cool. Like the amount of love that they put into just one of those stories. And when, like I said, when I saw the menu, there were enough slots for like 40 stories. The game is incredibly big. And like for the part, like I brought that up just to say, like on the part that Traveler's Tales had to accomplish, I don't know, the whole Lego's CEO is probably maybe, you know, they got to worry about the whole bundle or nothing thing, and that's probably stretching it far. But they at least chose the right guys to do the game part because they did a really freaking good job. The comedy, the writing, the storytelling, the quality assurance. I mean, it looks like a really finished Sonic game, and it's definitely an upgrade from the graphics that were in Generations. So, I don't know.
I just hope that if it looks and sounds like a finished Sonic game, all I wish is that it plays like a finished Sonic game.
Yeah, no, right? It's a good game. It's a game. I'll stop spoiling. In fact, I think we're over, like, this is a very long first episode.
It's a very long first episode. I'm so glad we spent it all talking about Mega Drive.
Yeah, it's so great. But hey, you know, it'll be our first little, I don't know, Mega Drive blocky special to get the whole thing rolling. And so, with that...
Actually,
yes.
Speaking of special, I love the special...
Oh yeah.
Qualities
the picture
and attentions in this art piece here.
We haven't.
Can I just talk about how great, how just absolutely great you've rendered Knuckles in this shot?
Yeah, no. I really wanted to do my best to get the spikes on his Knuckles real good. I really just I hate the Sonic Boom Knuckles having fingers, so you know I just really no fingers in this shot, not a single one.
Single finger in this shot.
If there were, I would have. Yeah, no, the series as a whole would have stopped. No more episodes. Yeah, no fingers.
Yeah, I love Knuckles. I love that Egg Robo behind him because you know his endless struggle against Eggman's robots. And
yeah,
I love how like the tension of the scene is all culminating to him trying to get that Master Emerald Shard.
Yes. And with that note, we'll freaking end it here. If you'll excuse us, we have to draw a different picture because I feel like I drew something wrong.
Oh, we're talking about it's perfect.
All right.